Hello friends and welcome back to another episode of Vanilla Plus Survival. It is episode 56. How you all doing? I am doing great. I just finished up some homework that I wanted to get done before I recorded this first clip to this episode. One thing I will mention, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this episode out next Monday. If it is out next Monday, I completed this episode, but there's a lot of things I want to do in today's episode, and I want to get it done as soon as I can, so I probably will not be getting this episode out on Monday, but don't worry, I will be releasing a video on Monday. I'm probably going to release a redstone video. I don't do those often, but it is something that I've been meaning to show off for a while. And I've never gotten around to it because I've just never wanted to do it. And there is a skeleton horse underwater sitting there. He's a very brave soul. But that's besides the point. Let's do a quick recap of what I did in the last episode. So I built this tree farm by Nimbomb in the last episode. And I realized before recording this that I forgot to leave a link to his video in the description. So I am going to be editing that description after I record this clip. And put that in the description because he needs credit where credit is due. I have not done any AFKing since we last met. All this wood is just been... I haven't gotten any more wood, I should say. This is just all the wood I've gotten so far. And I'm probably going to AFK more once 1.14 comes out because it's a lot less lag friendly, I think. Or I hope so. But just besides the point. A little update for you. Comet, I think, is going to be starting to look at some of the iron farm designs. I need to drop a, just say, hey, Comet, posted my world in the files section of his Discord, and I want you to kind of look at it. So that is how that is going. So that should be done soon enough. Now, today's episode is going to be a little bit all over the place. I've decided I want to do a couple little projects to just get out of the way. Well, start a couple things and do a couple other things. So, first thing I want to do is build up this stable for my horses and my housing area. I've been saying I wanted to do that for the last few episodes. And I also want to work on the witch farm a little bit, digging out that perimeter a little bit with some TNT, get that system set up. And I also want to work on some of the redstone at my cactus farm. So those are the three things we're going to be doing today. One little quick thing I want to show you guys is this down here. I actually added some chests for the collection of potatoes, wheats, beetroot, and the bread in between episodes a while back. And I just kept forgetting to show it off, but it's filled up right now, which is very nice. I also, for slime right here, I think I might keep this slime one because I just think it fits in. I probably will remove this because I will be removing the villager farm thing because that breaks in 1.14 and I don't want to fix it, so I will be removing it. We have a lot of carrots and potatoes. I'm going to fill up these chests with all these carrots and potatoes. And I'm probably going to trade off a lot of those off camera before I update to 1.14. So that's the plan. Now with that out of the way, I'm going to go sleep. And I'm going to begin working on building up this stable. And by the time the next clip comes, I think I will have a stable design to show you guys. So I'll be right back. I will say, it's not my best work. Definitely not my best work. But for right now, it can do. The little details, though, I think help a lot. Well, not really, but they're nice details, I will say. The podzol. I think the podzol works really well here. The hay bales and our nice little trough here that we can now make in 1.13 really easily because of waterlogged stairs and the spruce trap doors. Gives it a nice little detail to this area for sure, so I quite like it. The only problem I have with this is, of course, you probably can tell. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I will say, it's not my best work. Especially this hangover. It's definitely not my best work. But let's just go in here and look at all the little details. The Podzol as one of the first details for a nice stable area. I think that works pretty well. I like it. I like it a lot. The hay bales, of course. Can't have horses without hay bales. And our little water trough right here that is only being... 3, 2, 1. I will say, this is not my best work. This little hangover thing looks terrible. But I don't know what else to do, so I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. But the stable as a whole, it looks pretty good. I will say we got some nice Podzol in here representing a basically area where animals are at all times or live. We got the hay bales to represent the food because the horses need food, and we got a nice water trough that we can do now because of 1.13's water logging abilities, which is really nice. And I think the trapdoors go well with it as well, just gives it a little bit more detail and some definition, I will say. So it looks fantastic in my opinion, and this trough is probably my favorite part of this whole build, and this little shady area is my least favorite part. I'm thinking about getting rid of the shady area and maybe building my own custom tree or custom trees around this area, so like having a tree grow up right here and maybe having a tree grow up right here, and with that it would make this area have shade, natural shade, instead of me having to put this in. I used spruce because I thought it looked a little bit better than birch, or how it would have looked like using birch, so that's why I did that, but it just sticks out a lot and doesn't make too much sense in my opinion. So I think I might try later down the line to build some custom trees to act as some shade, because we are in a savanna. So it gets hot, so shade is a very important thing in my opinion. So that is why I did that. Now that I have actually completed the horse stable, we're going to move on to the next part of this episode. We're going to move on to the cactus farm to do some redstone. We're going to fly all the way. Cactus farm, we're gonna fly all the way. The cactus farm, if I'm gonna fly all the way to the cactus farm, we're gonna fly, 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 fly. So for those that missed the world tour, this is the underground area for the redstone storage system for my cactus farm. Now, I'll briefly go over what's going on here. So up above there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chests. There's 40 in total, and each sides of chest will be storing either cactus or green dye. And I believe this side is storing the green smelted dye. So I wanted to basically make a system where some of the cactus got smelted into dye and some of the cactus would get stored as cactus, because I don't know when I'm ever going to build with cactus, because I might for decoration purposes and everything like that. So I needed to build a storage system for this area that could do that. Now I could have just built a massive sugar box storage system that could store like 5 million items or something like that, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to make this kind of special in a way. So I designed this little slice right here that you can see. It is actually, it's a one wide tileable design that you can put the shulker boxes in the chest up here. Let me get up here and find it. You can put the shulker boxes into these chests. I'm not going to do it over there because this chest is much closer and I might activate the system by accident, and I don't want to do that. You put the shulker boxes in these chests, and then when you're ready to have them be filled up with items, you click a button and everything gets emptied out into Ilmango's Shulker Box Packer, which is in this design. And then once it's filled up, it comes all the way back up, and the Shulker boxes return filled into this chest. And I wanted to do it like that because it was much easier, in my opinion, to be able to put the Shulker boxes in here, and also be able to store them in here as well. So I didn't have to go put the Shulker boxes in another chest and then have to go retrieve them from another chest as well. I kind of don't like that option either, so that's why I designed this. Now, I need to get these last 3 modules done, because I won't be able to store anything if I don't. And right now the cactus farm is not nearly completed at the top, but if I get the redstone done, the farm is probably about 25, maybe 50% completed. So for right now, I already have all the materials. I gathered them a while ago because I knew I was going to be doing this. And that's where all my redstone stuff went. And now I can build this in a video, because I built that off camera, but then I was like, I want to build this in a video just to show you guys the progress. So I'm going to build the rest of this right now, all 3 of these modules, and when I come back, I will show you them all completed. And a few days later, and it is all done. The redstone is finally completed for the Shulker Box Packers. And I am very happy, because now, if I ever want to start up this farm, I just have to get some Shulker boxes, put it in the chest, hit the switch, and turn it on. So I am very excited for that. So excited, I will say. So now I only have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Now I just have to complete the cactus farm on the top. So I just have to finish building up all the cactus modules on top, and then this whole thing will be completed, which is absolutely perfect. One thing that I would like to point out is that I actually realized the redstone I'm standing on right here, this system right here, is actually unnecessary, especially the comparators that are reading off the dropper right there. So that dropper right there, that's not unnecessary because the system dispenses a Shulker box out by itself. So I don't know why I even installed that, to be honest with you. I was having a brain dead moment, which kind of sucks. But I will be taking that out and fixing this part right here. All I need is to put some observers where these note blocks are, and it fires out a Shulker box perfectly fine. So there's nothing to worry about me messing up any of this redstone. So I just have to simplify it, and I don't know why I overcomplicated it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to be changing that before I release a tutorial video on this contraption, which will be hopefully out soon. Now, with that out of the way, I am now going to fly over to the witch farm, and maybe before I do that, I'll probably pack up a couple of the items in here and everything like that and get it all cleaned out. But the next time you're going to see me, we're going to be working on the witch farm. While the sun begins to set, we have a nice view of this perimeter around the witch farm that I am planning on digging out. Not in this episode, but in a future episode. So I need to dig out this whole area, and as you can see, I already started digging, and I just decided that I didn't want to do that anymore because it was going to take too long, and I don't have 50 million years to actually do this. So I decided I think I'm going to use a TNT grid to actually do this. And what do I mean by that? I want to make a dispenser grid and then fill it up with TNT and have a singular button that I click and it blows up everything. Now, that's going to take a lot of time, But that's a lot better than doing it by hand because I can get a massive area to blow up very easily. And I'm also planning on trying to mine up all the ores. I don't want to waste any of the ores like the coal or the iron. As you can see, I'm already digging up a little bit. And I should go to sleep right now. Can I make it? I did not make it. Oh well. I'll just go down here for now and sleep in a minute. I don't want to waste any of the ores because they can be used as building blocks in the future. And there's a limited amount of them. And I have a future plan for all these items in the future. So that is something to look forward to, I will say. But that is besides the point. I am going to get working on that grid. I have a lot of stone bricks already over here prepared for this project. And when I get that done, I will return to you with how we're going to be laying out the dispensers in this grid. I have some good news for you guys, and I have some bad news for you guys. So, the first bad news is that it's the end of the episode, and that is unfortunate. And the next news I have is kind of good and kind of bad. So, as you can see, my plans didn't really come to fruition. I did not fill out the entire perimeter in the grid-like pattern like I said I was gonna, but I've actually toned it down a little bit. So, I spent an hour laying out the grid, and I was just like, this is going to take too long. So I decided to change my plans and go around the witch farm and mark out a little boundary right here using the chunks and blow up this area only with the dispensers using TNT, and then blow up mostly everything else with flying machines and with flying machines and TNT duping, basically. So, that's why I kind of marked this area out, because I didn't want to actually end up blowing anything up over here. And I just wanted to easily be able to control the TNT dupers from, say, this position right here. But that's besides the point. Which leads us to our other bad news, which is this is going to require a lot of resources. To get to the very bottom, or the top, the first layer of bedrock, you need 53 TNT. I had a stack of TNT in here. I have 11 left over, which is 53. And this grid has 204 dispensers. And each TNT, ooh, there's the bed, requires 4 sand and 5 gunpowder. And that's a lot. That's like a couple of, not a couple of shulker boxes, a couple dozen of shulker boxes filled with items. So we kind of are going to have some trouble getting those resources. Which means I can't do that bombing out in today's episode. I was actually going to bomb out this area in today's episode, but turns out collecting all those resources is going to be a task for sure. But that is what we're going to be focusing on in the next episode, which gives me some motivation to continue on with this project instead of just scrapping it for right now, because I have been thinking about some ideas on how to get everything, and I think it can be worth it. But unfortunately, this is the end of today's episode. I have run out of time, and I could do more, but I don't really know what I want to do right now, and the only thing I do want to do right now requires a couple thousand resources. So I will say that this is the end of the episode. I hope you did enjoy. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I have a link in the description to my playlist of my series, of this series, and my Quest for the Golden Creeper series that came before this. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next episode.